Hello. So, today I wanted to make a vlog about my journey through activism and really what that's done for me. I've been an activist since the 9th grade, probably, yeah, the 10th grade. And at first it was just like LGBT rights, and then it went on to be like women's rights, and then that went on to be trans rights. There's a book out there called Click, and it's about the moments where people realized that they were feminists, and it's a really good book, but for me, I'm one of the unfortunate people that had my Click moment be a sexual assault experience, and although that did leave me scarred and traumatized, you know, it didn't kill me. I'm still alive, so, you know, whatever. But, and so my click moment was realizing that it wasn't my fault, and realizing that the entire world was basically telling me that it was. And so that's the moment when I realized that there's something up with the world. There's something weird going on. That people would actually think that rape victims are the ones at fault. Like, that's pretty weird. So that was my click moment. And honestly, I have lost friends upon friends upon friends because of my activism. I used to, like, bitch at people all the time about how they shouldn't say the word faggot, and they shouldn't make transphobic comments, and they shouldn't say racist things, and so on and so forth. And, you know, honestly, there's a point where it gets from being like, hey, can you please not say that, to like, dude, don't say that, you're a really fucked up person for saying that. So there's a point where you have to make the disconnect in between what is respectful to say, what's just kind of taking your anger out on them. Because I was very angry at the world a year ago, and it was a very dark time for me, but I learned that you can't really take your anger out on everybody else. You have to learn that you can't take things personally. And what I mean by that is that, like, unless someone walks up to me and says, you aren't trans, you're a dyke, I'm not gonna get offended if someone says something like that. Like, in passing, they say something like, can't tell if that's a trans man or a dyke, or whatever. And, you know, I use the word dyke as a term of endearment because as someone who used to be a lesbian, I feel as if I can reclaim that word. It's just a word that I use, so don't hate on me for using that word. I'm reclaiming it. But, and maybe I'm wrong, because being a trans man, maybe I can't reclaim the word dyke, but, you know, whatever. And something like that, for example, you know, like, I used to be so worried about people getting offended over things that I wouldn't speak at all. I would go throughout my entire day without speaking, and it got really difficult for me to socialize, and I became sort of a recluse because I noticed that every time that I looked around at people in high school, you know, people were saying offensive things. And, for example, you know, this kid in my class one day, he said, like, it doesn't matter if gay people kill themselves because they're going to burn in hell for eternity anyway. And that really upset me because I took it personally, and I thought, you know, oh, well, he knows I'm gay, so he's obviously gonna talk to me about that, and he's just saying that I should die and that I should kill myself and that I'm gonna burn in hell for all eternity. But the thing is that you gotta learn to not take things personally. People won't stop being assholes. People will never stop being huge jerks to you. It's never gonna happen. There's always gonna be a jerk. There's always gonna be some prick who's gonna call you names. There's always gonna be someone like that. You can't escape that. That's just life. The thing is that you have to change how you view these things, because you can't change other people. You can only change how you react to other people. Excuse me. Peppermint. So I guess that's my point, is that you have to learn to distance yourself from activism, and that's something that I had to learn to do. So, yeah. So, thank you for watching. I hope this wasn't rage-inducing. If you want, you can subscribe for more vlogs like this. Yeah. Music, stuff like that, it's gonna be up in this channel pretty soon. So, yeah. Subscribe.